Hello, welcome to our first Invicta show. It's called Let's Talk Invicta. I'm definitely very excited to be here today. It's been quite some time us wanting to do this. I want to first introduce. We have a very special guest. His name is Rene. Say hello, Rene.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm very fine, Alex. Thank you very much for introducing me, and thank you very much for being on the show today.
Fantastic. I mean, it doesn't get better to having someone like you with so much experience in the watch world and jewelry business. So thank you for joining us today in our first show. A little bit about myself. I've been in the Invicta world for over 10 years, just growing the stores all around the US and Puerto Rico. And I'm here today and for many shows to come to really talk about a lot of what makes the Invicta world great, right? I think a lot of people want to know. I think a lot of people already know. But I'm here to bring that experience. I'm here to bring that flavor, that innovation. We're going to have top-of-the-line product. We're going to have the greatest, the best of the best. But most importantly, we're going to have amazing prices. We're going to get into details later about that. But in every single show, we're going to have the best prices, best price guaranteed. And that's something that we are definitely going to bring here at a very high level. So,
I would suggest, let's rock and roll.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get started. I know it's been a lot of excitement. I know it's been a long time for this to come. So it's an exciting experience. So let's get ready. So this first timepiece that we have here in today's show, it was handpicked because it's a very, very special. We wanted to definitely start with a big, big boom. So for the longest time, Invicta has designed over 30 different families of watches. Such a huge history of watch design. But what we have here today is called the S1 Rally Diablo Edition, right? So for those of you that have not seen an Invicta before, Invicta really gets creative and out of the box with designing bigger timepieces. So what we have here today is not the biggest, but it's a 48 millimeter case. If we can actually see here, thank you, Rene, for zooming in. It's a 48 millimeter case. You got very solid stainless steel materials all throughout the case. On top of that, you have a silicone band that is going to give you the durability and the flexibility to go with this timepiece. You have a push crown here alongside an amazing flame fusion crystal. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about this crystal, Rene. So what this does is it brings the sapphire and the minerals together, right, to create this very durable. As we can see here, I'm actually hitting the watch. It has the shock and the scratch resistance all in one crystal. A lot of the timepieces that you will see from the Invicta brand have that, so you don't have to worry about hitting it against a desk or any activity that you may be a part of. Okay, so again, this, as I mentioned earlier, is a racing edition timepiece. So right away, you're going to see at the 6 o'clock, you're going to see those racing flags. You're also going to see at the top on the tachymeter, which by the way is an added feature, you see the racing part here going inside the dial, which is really amazing. On top of that, you're going to see, I'm going to tilt the watch a little bit right now so they can see the contrast at the top here. You have those blue and black combinations you have here throughout this very aggressive and racing band. Simulates the look of a tire, of a racing tire, with some black accents here at the top. Now, diving in a little bit into what's offered inside. We talked a little bit about what's great overall in the timepiece, but when we look at the inside, right, the engine, we have a quartz movement. So this is called the VD5F movement. What this is going to give you, and I'll point in a second, is you have 3 hands on the dial, and then you have 2 hands on the sub dials here. So what this is going to give you is going to give you a 60-second and a 60-minute counter at the 6 p.m. and at the 9 p.m. as you can see here. As an added feature, you also have in the 3 p.m. you have a date display function. So you can see here, right there. So that's very easy to tell the time, which this timepiece brings all that together because not only does it have that visibility to the day, which is a flying wheel going through the back of the dial, but you also have some very big numbers, as you can see here. Take a look at the 12, take a look at the 1, or the 2, or the 3. So easy to tell time, and this is a very good feature to have here in this particular watch. So Again, beautiful timepiece. I think it's time, Renee, that we talk a little bit about what would this timepiece cost, right? What is it that we're going to offer in today's show? So I think we're ready to talk about that. So Renee, should we put it on the screen, or what do you think?
I would suggest, what's the price? Tell me.
So we talked about this timepiece here, again, 44 millimeter S1 Diablo, top of the line, racing inspired edition. This, you will find it typically at a $499 price point, but in today's show, we're gonna do a special for you, because I said this was gonna be special. So we're actually gonna bring it down to $229, special price. And by the way, very easy in the description. You can actually click on the link. It will take you right into the website. Very easy to click and buy it. This special will be only available for 24 hours starting now. But I'm getting a signal right now that we're gonna do something even better throughout today's show. That's what I hear. So we're gonna throw in, so I just mentioned that we slashed the price all the way from $499 to $229.90. But we're gonna do something even better. We're gonna have a 30% off coupon. We're gonna blast it on the website for 24 hours. Once again, if you click on the link, easy to find, you're gonna see this watch, which by the way, we have other variations of colors. I just thought we picked this color because we have the blue and the black tones, which are really, really hard to find. But we also have other color variations as well. And again, for $229, plus a 30% off, limited quantities, only available for 24 hours. Last but not least, I want to go ahead and put this on my wrist so a lot of you viewers out there can see what a 48 millimeter timepiece looks like on the wrist. So bear with me. There you go. How does that look, Renee? What do you think our audience is saying?
Yes, this is great. This is a beautiful watch. This is a conversation starter. When I see someone wearing a watch like this, I want to know which brand it is. It's a beauty.
You know, this reminds me, back in the days, you know, I used to have a lot of friends driving that sports cars. You know, you have those custom-made seats that are racing and they have that appeal. So this is definitely a luxury piece to have. Invicta is known for affordable luxury. Again, great price. S1 Diablo, the model number for you guys to find it is 42333. Let me say that again, 42333. Click on the link. Get that special price of $229, but even better, get that 30% off before the quantities are really sold out completely. And once again, there are other colors available for you to check out. So again, thank you. And I think this starts the show with a big boom.
I would suggest let's move on, because we have a lot of beautiful watches to show to our customers. So let's continue.
Absolutely. I don't even want to put this one away. It's such a beautiful, beautiful S1 Diablo. So let's get the second one here from the vault. I think we have something for you guys very, very special. Okay, so this brings me back memories, Renee, because this particular timepiece here, if you can get a nice shot of the watch, this is the Bose Zeus Magnum, model number 32417. Now, for those of you that are acclimated to hear the word bolt, right? So anything that you see in our timepieces that has a cabling, it will remind you of a bolt. Now in this case, we took it a higher notch of engineering. So what you have here is a Bose Zeus Magnum. Now, why is it called that way? So this one has two different engines. So you have one, which is your typical one here, and you have another one, which is an amazing design all the way at the bottom. So for those of you that travel, like for example, I travel for business, and I whether you go to to Spain for business, you go to Puerto Rico, and you are in a different time zone, this is the ideal timepiece for that. Okay, let's talk a little bit about some of the features. So what you see here, if you can get a closer look at the dial, Renee. So what you see here is a 52 millimeter case. So once again, it's a very standard size in an Invicta watch. You have what's called the hydroplating, or so those of you may know it as aquaplating technology. So this gives us the ability to put a very unique design in any of our timepieces, which means that this watch doesn't have to be limited for you to have one that doesn't look like anybody else's. This is one of those timepieces that will be very unique for you to show off to your friends, and something unique that you don't find in a lot of watches out there. Okay, One additional feature that is pretty interesting here, this has a screw down crown, which you can see it here. This watch offers an incredible 1,000 meters of water resistant. And you may be wondering, well, what do I need 1,000 meters? Well, this talks about the quality, right? You see here, you have a very thick profile on this watch. This will hold a lot of water resistance on any sports, anything that you have to do underwater. And this is also something for you to show off to your friends and say, wow, I have 1,000 meters. That talks about the build quality, which we'll go a little bit deeper into this. When we look at the what makes the engine of this watch, what we find here, which I really like, is you have your typical your sub dials. So you see here, you have a very big bold blue one here. So what you're typically used to finding, but also you have some very blue markers all along the watch, and a big day feature here, which is very easy to tell time. Again, very simple movement, something that is very easy to look at, but yet has such a powerful image. Okay. Now let's get into the pricing, because when you look at a timepiece like this, right, with so many features that it has, Renee, you may be thinking this is an $800 to $1,000 watch, right? I think that's the first impression for a lot of our customers and audience out there.
Absolutely, I agree. So a very luxurious feeling when you're wearing a watch like this.
Well, what if I told you that? So this watch, typically you'll find it at $799. So what if I told you that for today's show, we're going to do a special price, which I can't believe this. I was looking at my notes, and this is going to go on for 24 hours for $299.90. But I think earlier I talked about a 30% off coupon that we're going to have throughout the entire show today, which you're going to be able to find once they click on the link. So as you can see, guys, here on the screen of $299.90, that is a special price. But if you go in there and you click and use that extra 30% off, those are some massive savings. But what if we add something else? So one of the things in partnerships that we have is a buy now, pay later option. So as you can see also on our screen, once you click on that link and you maximize all the savings, you also have the ability to not only take this watch here, but any other timepiece that we have in today's show, you have flexible payments. A lot of you are used to that, today's economy. Buy now, pay later, no money down, very simple to use, and you can actually use it to get this timepiece and send it to your house as quick as possible. So last but not least, Renee, let's get it very good. Let's show our audience what 52 millimeters will look like on my wrist. Bear with me for a second. Again, I'm wearing a blazer today, but this will go really, really well with a polo, with a long sleeve shirt. This is a very nice day at the mall, at the beach. This is something that is definitely a show-off timepiece. Yep, absolutely. You can see the two movements, and you can see the hydroplating or the aqua plating, which is they call it the graffiti edition. So it's really like a tattoo that's very unique. If you can see here, I'm going to twist it a little bit. It goes all around the watch, all around the band. And again, look at it here. Every design is extremely unique to this timepiece. Let me say it again. Bold Zeus Magnum. The item number is 32417, guys. This is very limited. I'll tell you just from being at the stores, it is a very limited timepiece to get your hands on. So I would recommend, once again, 24 hours, a price of $299.90 minus a 30% off discount that we have for 24 hours. Beautiful, beautiful Bold Zeus Magnum.
So the hydroplating makes every watch unique.
Absolutely. This is a very unique design. Nobody else can have this particular graffiti design that you see here. So all the things that I'm showing today here, let me get a closer shot on the side. Look at that. That's very, very unique. So once you make an order of this watch, you have very unique.
Okay. Show me please the the smaller watch. Can you show it in the camera?
Yep. Just one second.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. Wow.
Yeah. So you see it there. Again, very easy. I was actually playing around with it earlier. Very easy to adjust the time. I actually may have put the wrong time, but you can see it there. Very easy. And again, we talked about you have the best of the best. You have the 1,000 meters water resistance. You have the hydroplated technology. You have all-in-one watch. And again, we talked about $299 plus a 30% off plus buy now, pay later. Incredible. Once again, 32417 is the code. Please get your hands on it before it runs out. So
Okay, let's continue.
move on.
Let's move on. I totally agree. So the next one, what beauty do you have? Also a very, very special one.
I don't think the world is ready for this one yet, but
Okay.
let's make it happen. Yeah. So this one here, Invicta has had an amazing partnership. This is called the Artist Series. So what you're gonna find is you're gonna find astronomical designs, and again, we only wanted to bring you the best today for the first show. But what you can see here, for those of you that have watched the movie, the Terminator, for you have seen a skull or a skeleton design. This is the perfect watch and the perfect design. We are looking at a 48 millimeter case size, as you can see here. Okay, you're looking at a stainless steel material. You have a combination of metal and blue, and again, it's a very, very captivating blue. You also have a push crown on the side. As you can see here, I'm pointing at it. So it's in blue. It's kind of hitting in there, but it's there. And then you have, if I'm going to move the timepiece a little bit downwards so you can see that the design, let's get a better shot. You have cables that go through the band, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool addition to have. It goes also on the top part of the watch. And actually, something very cool, I'm actually going to push down so you guys can see here. It actually, the cables here, look at that. You see, it's like a mouth. It's pretty.
This is fun.
See that?
Yeah.
So again, last but not least, you see the engine. It's an automatic movement. You have obviously luminous material on the markers. Again, very simple to use. And a captivating design. If you see here the left eye, you see it's got some red into it. And it just speaks about the brilliant design that this watch has to offer. Again, for those of you out there that want to impress somebody, this is an amazing gift. This is a very advanced design into a timepiece, and that's what we want to love, and we love about Invicta, is that we are not afraid to build something that's different, that's striking. And again, this is why we wanted to do the shows, to show the world what we have to offer. I do want to mention here that it still gives you the 100 meters of water resistance. So those of you that are looking to take this timepiece on a boat, on a beautiful day at the beach, you can absolutely take this with you. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit, Renee, about the price that we have here. Okay. So this timepiece here, obviously with all the technicality, all the design that goes into this, you will find it for around $659. But today we are going to drop it down all the way to $279 with 90 cents. Now, keep in mind, as I mentioned earlier, for those viewers that are now joining us, we are giving a 30% off for the length of the show. Again, only 24 hours starting now. So to repeat that again, $279 with 90 cents special price. Plus, we're going to give you a 30% off discount available for 24 hours. And in addition to that, we're going to give you the option, once you click on the link, again, it's on the description of the show, very easy. And for those of you that are tuning in right now, you can also visit invictastores.com, click on the Let's Talk Invicta Show, and you're going to be able to find all the timepieces. And by the way, there are more colors available. This is not the only one, but we thought that we wanted to bring you the best one into the show. So $279 plus a 30% discount plus buy now, pay later. One interesting thing I want to talk about, we have been talking about the durability and how strong these watches are, but we are giving you a 3-year warranty as well, something that I wanted to add in today's show. That includes all the timepieces, not only today's show, but moving forward. So rest assured that we are going to take care of you. Wait, so Renee, shall we move on? I think this one's probably gonna sell out. I know this one.
I think this one is so special. I agree. I think this will be a sellout very quickly. So, dear viewers, dear customers, buy now or cry later.
Put it on my wrist. Take a look at this. It matches my pocket with some blue to it. So actually, I love the way it feels. It's 48 millimeters, but you will never think you're wearing a 48 millimeter. Look at that. Wow. You can see the engine. You can see the skeleton dial. You can see the mouth and the red eye. I mean, wow. And actually, it looks smaller, once it's on my wrist. So I just wanted to show the audience. Unbelievable. Thank you, Renee. I'm super excited right now. We're just getting started.
Let's move on to the next one, Alex.
Do it. Let's do it. So you guys ready for the next one? Is the world ready to see the next one? Because we are going to shock the world today. We are going to have some amazing... Let's get into the vault here. So let's hear... I got so excited that... Let's go ahead and put it here. So a nice exhibition. So this morning here, we are bringing you the best of the best in this show. So this particular timepiece is part of the Speedway purple label. So there are two names here, right? So Speedway has a rich history with our brand, but this one is called the purple label because you're going to find a very distinctive and unique color all throughout the band and all throughout the dial. I want you to pay attention to that plating all throughout the dial and the band with a little bit of gold added to it, so you have a nice contrast to dress it up, to really put a lot of outfits that that this will definitely take to the next level. When we look at the outside, we're looking at a 52 millimeter case. This reminds me of, for those sports fans out there, reminds me of a baseball field. So you can see here, you have a very unique design. You can see the 6 angles like a hexagon, but it looks like a baseball field. Again, we talked about the purple tone. It's called the purple label. I'm going to show you later how the back of the watch tells you that it is a purple label. And you have here a nice trim on the crown, a nice purple and gold trim on the crown. So I'm pointing to that. This is a push crown. Okay. When we look at the inside, I'm excited to talk a little bit about the engine. So Invicta for years has had a great partnership with Ronda movement. So this one here is a very popular Z60 movement. Now, what that's going to give you, if you see here in the dial, it's going to give you the 3 sub dials, but very simple. It's going to give you the small seconds at the 2 p.m. So you see here, it's going to give you the big day at the 4 p.m. And it's going to give you the 30-minute counter at 6 p.m. And it's going to give you an additional day of the week at the 10 p.m. So you can see here, very easy for those of you who want to see, okay, is today Wednesday, today Saturday, today Sunday. You can see it right there. Another thing I want to mention is the depth of this watch. You can see here the numbers in purple highlighted. There's a depth field to this watch, which is pretty cool. Once you try it on, which I'm sure a lot of you will get your hands on this puppy that we have here today. So this is a one of a kind. We do have a few other colors available, but this is one of a kind timepiece. Something definitely unique for those of you that collect watches overall in the world. Those of you that like other brands, this is something that you can have in your collection that speaks volume. Now let's talk a little bit about the pricing in this one, right? So this is a watch that you'll find it, typically you were thinking, okay, this is $1,000, but this watch is about $599. Now in today's show, I wanted to not waste anybody's time. I wanted to bring a very special price. So this one we're going to do it, Renee. This one's going to go for $249.90. But it gets better because we're throwing a 30% off coupon that is available for 24 hours. I know it's been the hot take of the day. Again, 30% off coupon available for 24 hours. And on top of that, we are going to give you a buy now, pay later option for this watch. Nothing out of pocket. You can make your payments. And that's it. Very simple. Renee, I know you are highlighting the link. Very easy for our audience today to just go into the description of the show. Click on the model number. I want to remind that the model number for this timepiece is 43624. This is a Speedway purple label. I'm going to go ahead and get it off here so I can show the world.
Can you show me the band? The metal band?
This is a butterfly clasp. So what I like about this band is simply press these buttons here and it opens the case. And I want to show you if you can see the back. Is there a way you can catch the back of the watch?
If you put your finger away, then I can Yes, there.
Yeah,
Yes,
there
thank you very
we
much.
yeah. So you can see the purple label and the Speedway logo here, and with a few gold trims going into that. I mean, it's really astonishing. So it's like opening the hood of a car, right? When you want to show the engine. Here you can show, guys, I have a purple label. This is a very, very unique piece in the Invicta world. And that's what Invicta is all about. So I just wanted to show that because I feel it's very special. And one last time, the model number for this, it's 43624. Click on the link, get your 30% off, plus discounted price of $249 with 90 cents. You're gonna pay less than that. And again, you're gonna get your hands into a beautiful, beautiful craftsmanship from the brand. And by the way, we may have other colors left. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this gem away. Renee, if that's okay with you?
Mm-hmm. It's okay with me. Yeah.
How are you feeling? It's our first show in the US and Puerto Rico with audience. How are you feeling today?
How am I feeling today?
Are you as shocked as probably the audience that we're bringing this to the world?
Hey, the prices are great, the models are great, but what I even more like is that you can pay in payments. So, hey, it's great. For a few dollars, you have a brand new watch on your wrist. Great.
Absolutely. Okay, well, we're about halfway. We have a few more gems, but I think this is a very good segment into talking to our next timepiece. So Invicta has a lot of different partnerships, one of them being what I'm going to show today, which is DC Comics, okay? So what you have here is the Joker timepiece, right? For those DC fanatics out there, this is an amazing, amazing design. But why don't we go through the watch so we can learn a little bit about the watch today. So what you find here, again, is a 52 millimeter case. For those of you that may not be as familiar with the Invicta brand, 52 millimeters is a very, very, it's a size that we do in a lot of our timepieces, okay? So this one here is a limited edition timepiece. All our DC product is limited, in this case, to 4,000 pieces in the world. This one right here is number 473. I'll show you later in the back what that looks like. But what this means is that every time you order one of these timepieces, you're going to get a limited timepiece to 4,000 made in the world, which means once it's done, it's done. You can't get it anymore, okay? Now, this has, what I like about this particular timepiece here is that you have different variations. You have a stainless steel case, but you have a combination of stainless steel, aluminum, and silicone. So 3 components in the entire watch, giving you that purple and black feel throughout the entire watch. This is a reserve timepiece, and I want to make a pause here. You guys see the big reserve logo. That means you're taking the highest quality and craftsmanship of the brand. So anytime that we bring a reserve timepiece into the show, what that means is that you're taking the best of the best home, and we can guarantee you definitely some heavy engineering going into this watch. So
can you tilt the watch a little bit from you? So because I have a lot of reflection in the crystal. Yes, tilt it. Thank you very much. Yeah, great.
Awesome. It's all about the
Awesome.
audience. It's all about making the audience
Yes.
very happy today. Okay.
Wow, what astonishing piece.
Okay. So this particular timepiece that you see here. Okay, so let's go into the movement. So what you have here is you have a quartz movement, but once again we have the Z60 Swiss movement. Okay, so what that's going to give you is, as you can see here, you're going to have a small seconds at the 2 p.m. Okay, you're going to have the 30-minute counter at the 6 p.m. and I want you guys to see here how the nose is pointing down. Look how cool, to the mouth. So you can actually see the numbers. You can see there a very cool feature. I want you to also pay attention to the right eye. Okay, so that tells you the 10 p.m. It tells you the days of the week. Okay, so you can quickly, if you stare at the right eye of the Joker, you can see which day of the week is. So, and again, so not only do you have the big day at the 4 p.m., you have the days of the week at the 10 p.m., you have The numbers here, going through the mouth of the Joker, this is just an astonishing piece. You have the best of the best. You have obviously a Swiss engine. You have the reserve all-in-one timepiece. Again, so what do we talk about the price?
Okay, great. Show me.
Okay, so this particular timepiece, you're looking at a $799 timepiece. Again, keep in mind that the one that I have here in front of me today is number 473 out of 4,000, made in the world, okay? So any timepiece you order is gonna be very limited. This one we're gonna do today a price of $299.90. On top of that, we're gonna give you a 30% off discount. And by the way, very easy to find. Once you go into the website, the link in the description, you're gonna find that big extra 30%, only available, once again, for 24 hours, in a buy now, pay later option. So for those of you that just wanna make this order very quickly and take your time with the payments, that is available to you. Again, only 24 hours to get this timepiece. Very, very limited quantities. I believe we only have a few variations of different colors available. Check it out on the link. This will go by very, very, very fast. So, so again, I think we can move on to the next exciting.
I would suggest let's continue.
Okay, let's continue. I'm going to give you
to the next one
for the audience to see. So
yes, on the wrist. Yes, okay.
Check that out.
Yeah, great. Wow.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, so moving on. We'll take a 5 seconds to move on to the next watch, which is very exciting. The best is just there to come. Are you ready, Rene?
I'm ready, if you are.
Okay. Awesome. Just a couple seconds. I know the excitement keeps building up, which is great. Okay. All right. So what we have next, we wanted to definitely have an entire gold timepiece for today's show. And this one, I know, Rene, you may have a special video for our audience today. Jason Taylor is a Hall of Famer. He used to play for the Miami Dolphins. Definitely a huge fan. I know he made a big impact to the Dolphins, and I know he's making a big impact to the brand for many, many years. What you get with every single Jason Taylor timepiece is limited edition to 999 pieces in the entire world, okay? So once, for example, this one is 532 out of 999. Once we sell those 999, that's it. Nobody else can actually get this particular timepiece that you see here. That number it's engraved in the back, so you will always know which is the timepiece that you have. To get a little detail into what this offers, this is a 52 millimeter case, as you can see here. It is also a reserve timepiece. As I mentioned earlier, with the Joker design, this particular this timepiece offers the highest quality and craftsmanship of the brand. So not only are you getting a JT, but you're getting a reserve, all blend together. We talked about the case being 52 millimeters, all stainless steel materials. You have a screw down crown. So for those of you that need extreme water resistance and into the watch, which by the way, this is 500 meters water resistant. You do have the flame fusion crystal. Let me hit it a little bit here, which has a scratch and the shock resistant. So obviously whenever you have a 52 millimeter timepiece, you want to have something that is very, very resistant and powerful, okay? When we look at inside the engine, we have a very like skeletonized look here, this JT. You do have a 50-50C Ronda movement, which is very intriguing the way that it's positioned this watch. As you can see here, you have the big day at the 12 p.m. Right at the top. You can see there just under the JT logo. There you have the day indicator at 6 p.m. So right at the bottom. You see there, right under the reserve logo. And then you have your typical hour, minute, and small seconds chronograph right in the same package. Very important to connotate. I know, Renee, I know you were craving to have that shot at the bottom, which is the Swiss movement. I mentioned earlier, this is a partnership with Ronda with a 50-50 suit, 50-50C, I'm sorry. So you're getting a very, very good movement alongside 46 black spinel stones going across the bezel of this watch. So, I mean, definitely the craftsmanship here. You have the black spinel stones to dress it up. You have the all gold tone. You have the skeleton dial. You have the reserve logo, which tells you you're buying an amazing timepiece, all in one package. So, incredible design. So, as I talk about the price, Renee, I want to grab the watch, and I'm gonna put it in an angle. Let me see if this is good for you. I'm gonna remove my hands. So if you can get a close-up on the watch on the back so they can see the big JT logo.
All
Can
right.
you see it?
Let me find the shot.
Yep. If not, I'll go ahead and put it on my wrist.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, and then what I'm gonna do, since we found the shot, I'm gonna try to turn it, keep that same, so then we see here, it will tell you the limited edition, right there. It will tell you that this is number 532 out of 999. Wow, brilliantly. That's so brilliant. So now let's talk about the price. I'm gonna go ahead and put it down for a second. So this is a $1,099 timepiece, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and put it back here. This $1,099 timepiece, what if I told you, Renee, that we're going to do it for $399 out the door price today? So model number 33990, we're going to sell it for only $399.90. But wait, we are also going to use a discount coupon code, which you can find it, which it gives you an extra 30% off that. This is huge. This $399 timepiece with an extra 30% off coupon that you're going to be able to find it within 24 hours, okay, in our website. By the way, invictastores.com. You can find it under the show, Let's Talk Invicta. This, once you make a click, only available for 24 hours, you will find it for $399.90 plus 30% off discount. And Renee's favorite saying of the day, buy now, pay later.
Buy now or cry later, because this is also a timepiece that for sure will sell out, and that's why I only can suggest, if you want it as an Invicta lover, buy now or cry later.
There you go. That is definitely the saying of the day. So again, one last time, 33990 model number. This can go home with you today for $399.90. Plus, we're going to do a 30% off discount code. Please click on the link on the description. I hope that all of you are enjoying today's show. We have 2 more timepieces left. We promise you an amazing show with a lot of innovation, a lot of great pieces. So let's end the show with a very high kick. Let's kick the gears to a very high level. Let's get this one ready here. Just 1 second. So this next one I'm truly excited about. I mean, with this first Waltz release, right? I love when watch brands all over the world, you know, they get into these amazing, crazy designs, but Invicta does it all. So what we find here, this is an S1 rally. It's another S1 rally that we have for today's show, but this one's called the Moon Explorer, okay? We are talking about our extreme limited timepiece. They made 500 pieces in the world. This one right here is number 202. Every timepiece that you personally order will have its own number, limited to 500 pieces. Now, what's really insane about this watch, let's first talk about the exterior a little bit. So you have that Explorer look, right? The name says it, the Moon Explorer, but you have a 44 millimeter case. So this is an average size watch. I'll try it on later so you guys can see that it definitely fits any average wrist in the world. And in this 44 millimeter case, again, stainless steel all throughout the watch. You do have the flame fusion crystal, once again, which is very important. To see that art inside needs to be protected. So you have this scratch and shock resistant crystal. You do have 30 meters of water resistance, but most important is get to the bottom of it, right? This is lava and metal put into the dial of this watch. You see here sort of that astronaut look, okay? But if you have this watch in front of you live, you can see those lava and metal components right here in the middle. It's really astonishing. Definitely a very unique timepiece that would impress anybody you have in the room with you. Any business meeting, any pleasure travel, this is a showstopper.
Absolutely a showstopper. Yeah.
This has an automatic movement, okay, and it has an exhibition case. I'm gonna go ahead and get the watch so you guys can see it. I'm gonna go ahead and try it on. By the way, this silicone band feels so flexible, so comfortable. But can you get a shot of this? I want to show the audience, Renee. Look at this. So this is called the exhibition case, right? So you can see the rotor, you can see the engine, right? You can see you can see everything that's behind the scenes. Look at that, the 24 jewels right there, right? And then you have Invicta since 1837, where it all started. So it has that prestige, right? It has that flair, it has that innovation. What a great timepiece, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my wrist, Renee. So the audience can see that it's a very elegant watch, as we can see here, but definitely a showstopper, as I mentioned earlier. It is called the Moon Explorer for a reason. This is very limited. Not every watch you encounter every day, it's limited to 500 pieces in the entire world. So once again, amazing S1 Rally. The model number for this gem is 43609. Get your hands on it quickly, and I'm going to tell you how to do that. Okay. So first, why don't we talk about the price?
Yeah, why not? Why not? I'm curious. What's the price?
This is $1,000. You may think this is a $1,000 timepiece, but in reality is that this is only a $599 timepiece. But today, I couldn't believe it this morning, but we are going to do a 219, if you can put that on the screen, Renee, 219 with 90 cents. Guys, you're taking a limited edition timepiece, only 500 made in the world. This is only $219, but there's more. We're going to add a 30% off discount. It is a very easy to access discount code. Once you go into the link on the description, or you go to invictastores.com to Let's Talk Invicta, you can find this watch, which may still be available because this one will run out very quickly, may still be available in all the colors, but I found that this particular one is just striking. This white silicone with that stainless steel case and the lava and the metal pieces in the center of the dial, just astonishing. So this $219.90 plus an extra 30% off, only available for 24 hours, and guess what? Buy now, pay later. You have that option as well, guys. Get your hands into this. I'm truly excited. I'm very pumped right now. This is an amazing timepiece. You have to get your hands on it. One last shot before we move into our next and last piece. So, shall we move on, Renee?
Yes. Please put it once more on your wrist because I liked it there.
Okay, I think we're getting a lot of comments from the audience, right? They want to see it one more time, so let me go ahead. Let's put it on the wrist. How does that look?
So, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, beautiful watch.
48 millimeters. Doesn't feel like one. Look at it, very smooth. The silicone just wants to hug my wrist. Wow. Look at that. Amazing.
Thank you very much. I would suggest let's move on to the last one of this Let's Talk Invicta show.
You know, I'm so excited that we finally made this happen.
Yep.
Renee, I keep repeating it, but it's been quite a long time. I know that, being in the stores world for over 10 years, seeing the watches, hands-on, and I gotta tell you, it's very exciting to bring this selection that we have here today. It's tough to find sometimes, So the last timepiece of the day, this brings me to when you think about a very strong, durable collection, right? This is the Coalition Force. For many years, we have built battle-tested timepieces. This one here is called the Iron Dome. So I think the name itself talks about, it's a very powerful name, right? So This one here is a 48 millimeter case. Now I want you to pay attention at the thickness on the bezel, right? If you look at the 60, you look at the 20, right? Mm-hmm. Those are very big, bold numbers right in your face. And you see this cabling here going in the inside parts of the bezel. So it's a very unique bezel. And then if I twist it to the band, I want you to get a shot, you see the cables going through the band, which makes it a little, higher. You can dress it up a little bit more, but also you have extra features that this band comes standard, okay? You have your typical here on the side, you have a push down crown. So right there, they put a different color, so it contrasts the gold color found in this one. It is a push crown. Obviously, the name says iron dome, so it does give you the flame fusion crystal to add that, strong durability. You have the scratch resistance, as you can see here, and you have the shock resistant to protect this beautiful dial. Under the dial, you have an automatic movement, which 100 meters of water resistance. Here, you can see the skeleton look. So right there, you can see all the components in the movement. And again, this comes with a very with a luminous material that you can see here, all the markers and the hands. You see them in white. That if you're in a dark place, you need to tell time very fast. This watch will allow you to do that. Okay. When we talk about the price, Rene, for this one, this is one that really I wanted to leave it for last because this is a $439 timepiece, right? But we wanted to end the show with a very high gear kick, right? So this, we're gonna put it as a very special price of $159.90, okay? And on top of that, we are throwing a 30% off coupon code that you can find on the link on the description or on our website, invictastores.com, limited to 24 hours. So please, $159.90 plus a 30% off. This is a must-go item. Absolutely. This item, this is not going to last.
Only for me. Normally, you would pay more than $400, but the special Let's Talk Invicta price is $159. But now, for only 24 hours, it's valid with an extra discount of 30%.
It sounds unbelievable, but it is correct. Now, the couch is only 24 hours, right? So for those of you watching today's show and the audience, please go on it. I myself I want to get a timepiece like this. I have over 60 timepieces myself, but I have presented today amazing gemstones, but this here, the Iron Dome, is a new release from the Coalition Force family. It's, again, everything you want in a timepiece, from a durability, from a fashion statement with a skeleton, automatic movement just staring at you, and those extra features on the band. It's $159 for the 30% off. Wow. Just wanted to show with a very, very big kick. I'm gonna try this on my wrist. We talked about a 48 millimeter case. Honestly, it feels way smaller than that, but I'm gonna show you. There you go. Look at that. I want to turn it a little bit so we can see. Look at that. Big, bold numbers on the bezel. Skeleton, automatic movement. The Iron Dome can be yours. Again, a simple click, $159, a show special in the menu today, plus an extra 30%. Guys, doesn't get better than this. Okay?
Great timepiece, great price. So you have to be very quick.
Very quick. Yep. So I just wanted to say, I want to thank you, Rene, for being here today. Your expertise, your wisdom, in joining me in our first show here with Let's Talk Invicta. Stay ready, guys. This is going to be a hell of a ride. This was our first show. I'm really excited to do this. I bring 10 years working with the brand in really expanding our Invicta stores all over the US and Puerto Rico. Now I get to talk to the world about what makes Invicta great. I get to bring you guys the hottest, the best of the best, and most importantly, really at the best prices. Invicta is known for affordable luxury. That's what we're going to bring you here. Again, my name is Alex. It's been a pleasure being here with you guys today. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate it. Stay legendary. I'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye bye. Dear
Bye-bye.
viewers, bye bye.
Bye bye.